Hey everybody. Hey there. Hi. How you doing? Uh, so I'm getting this thing started, and the best thing you can do right now, go onto the chat, wherever you are, onto the comment threads if you're on Facebook or YouTube. Hey, say where you're from, but also if you're on Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook, share the feed. Just hit share and say, hey, this guy's live streaming. We're getting together and going to do what we can to help the good people of Minneapolis. Yes, this is a squirrel. This is a candle holder shaped like a squirrel. There was this place called the Hostel Shop in Syracuse, New York. It was an after-school program for kids, and the guy that worked there, oh man, he was a good dude, and he brought, he's one of those pillars of the community, and then he asked me to come play there. I did that a bunch of times. Oh, look, we got Madison, we got Dallas, Marblehead, Massachusetts, Chicago. That's great. Greenfield Center, New York. Anyway, he passed away, and his widow gave me this candle holder, and now I use it pretty much in the winter for one purpose. My kid, who's asleep right now, my kid discovered toasting marshmallows just at the tail end of this autumn. In the backyard, we got a little fire pit, and then he demanded it, through all the winter. Oh, Boston, Seattle in the house. This is great. Jacksonville, Florida. Oh man. So anyway, now I use this little candle holder to toast marshmallows for the kiddo. All right. We are here. Looks like there's coming up on 100 of you. And at the very top of the comments, is the first one that I pinned, which is just standwithminnesota.com. That is a great place to start. That will actually get you a number of places where you can donate. Because here's the deal. If you're here, you're probably not inclined to argue with me. But there's an armed occupation of the city of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and that whole area by the federal government. And this is frightening. They've already murdered 2 American citizens. Meanwhile, that branch of the federal government, known as ICE, Immigration Control and Enforcement, it used to be called the Immigration and Naturalization Services. But, who wants to serve when you could enforce? At any rate, they also killed a gentleman named Keith Porter. An off-duty ICE officer shot him to death in Los Angeles. So that's 3 American citizens killed by ICE in the past little while. And many more, 6, 10, 12, it's hard to keep track. But if you dig, have been shot. And then we're lucky enough not to die. Also, usually in most sane years, 2 or 3 people die in ICE detention, which is, of course, horrifying. But, we are talking about giant scale of things. Like my wife used to work Bonnaroo every year. And every summer at Bonnaroo, somebody dies because it's the 7th largest city in all of Tennessee, So, in any given year for the past 15 or 20 years, maybe 2 or 3 people, maybe 5 or 6 even, might die in ICE custody. It's usually 1 or 2 or 3. 30, 36, 40, somewhere around that we know of have died in ICE custody. So if you're looking at it this way, it's coming up on 50 people that ICE has killed or allowed to die. And, any responsive government would put the brakes on at that point, but these guys are stepping on the gas. The reason, again, for those of you just joining, and I'll head over to the chat, and then I am going to sing. I swear I am going to sing. But I just want to get the framework here. I don't want you to give me money. I want you to give money to an organization that is working on the ground to help people that are being terrorized. And there's so many of them. You know, like, yes, of course, the news media loves a story, you know, that draws eyeballs. But there are daily thousands of people packing lunches that are then being distributed to families that have to stay home in case one of their members gets snatched off the street. And you know, there are families of entirely made of citizens that are terrified to walk around. I mean, hell, my former manager is Chinese American, and she carries her passport everywhere she goes. Some of the moms at my daycare, you know, they are brown skinned people. They carry their passports with them now. And in Minneapolis and many other places, there are already organizations. So if you just go to standwithminnesota.com, you can at least begin there. I'm already getting a question. Have I written any songs that specifically respond to this? I mean, all my songs, I hope, are humanist. I have certainly learned some covers that hit hard. And in this live stream, I'm just going to toast one last marshmallow here. In the course of this live stream, I'm sure that I'm going to play you a new song that I just wrote that kind of gets at this stuff. I mean, all right. So I'm toasting these marshmallows and eating these marshmallows. My kid is 4. Liam Ramos is 5. He's the kid in the bunny hat and the backpack, Spider-Man backpack, got snatched up off the street. He's here legally. His father is here legally. His father has a pending, asylum claim, and it's one of the Castro brothers, either Joaquin or Julian. I can't quite remember. They're both Congress people, and they've been secretaries and etc. They're Democratic players. He went and got Liam Ramos freed. So Liam Ramos is at home. But he's my son's age. You know, he belongs. Toasting goddamn marshmallows is where he belongs. He does not belong caught up as a political pawn. So again, any money that you can give to any organization, please feel free to share links to these organizations. All right. There goes my squirrel candle. And I'm going to kick it off here. This is a tune by James Weldon Johnson and his brother Rosman Johnson. It was written quite early in the 20th century. It's called Lift Every Voice. I grew up singing this because I grew up in a almost entirely black neighborhood and went to a almost entirely black grade school. And so to me, I really just thought this was an American song. And then as I grew up, I was fed the fiction that, no, this is an African-American song. And people, this is an American song. I found my way back to that truth. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the pain that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the future has brought us, facing the rising sun. right, my friends. We got southern Vermont. We got the north shore of Lake Ontario. Listen, listen. We will stop him from making you the 51st state if we can. Joaquin Castro, thank you, was the guy who accompanied Liam Ramos home. We have hello from Ireland. We have hello from Vashon, which is west of, hi Cat, west of Seattle. So we got a fairly wide swath of the upper northern hemisphere. Go to standwithminnesota.com and find resources there to donate to. Later, if you want, you can send me some money, but please send, if you are going to do that, and I'm not asking you to, think of it as a tip. Like if you're going to give $40 to any org that is helping people who are under it right now, then give me $8. If you want to give me anything, you don't have to. All right, I'm going to sing a song. Thank you all. There's well over 100 of you on the various channels now, and I'm delighted to see that. Sorry, it's so damn cold in my office. This is the one part of the house that does not actually have a heat source. Hey, those of you who haven't yet, share this. If you're watching on Facebook, just hit share and say, hey, I'm hanging out with a bunch of people. There's some nut job singing for Minneapolis. Come hang with us. When this bird has flown, when spring has sprung, when what you used to know like the back of your hand isn't even on the tip of your tongue, when the chips have settled, when the dust is down, when you have washed off the grease paint and you're still a clown, who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Now. When the bottle is empty, when the money is gone, when you are just another angry old man shouting, get off of my lawn, when your tree has fallen, when there was no one to hear it, when your heart is a cornered stray and you can't get near it, who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Who's gonna love you now? When the very bottom dollar has gone to the last top dog, when the princess has kissed you soundly and you are still a frog, when there's no way through, when the only way is out, when it is all over but the shouting and you're too tired to shout, tell me who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Who's gonna love you now? who's gonna love you now? That's what I got for you. Where are we in the chat? Hello, hello, hello. Portland, Maine, Boyne City. Portland, Maine. There's an ice presence in Portland, Maine, also in Lewiston, Maine. God. Gloucester, Massachusetts. Yep, here we go. Oh, wow. My wife and I are listening while we set up our impending baby's nursery. Even in the pit of despair, there is hope. Oh, this is great. So here we have someone saying just the Salt Cure Fund that supports small Minnesota restaurants through the Minneapolis Foundation, right? That's another point. Like how many people, a lot of those restaurants are now dead, like there's just no one coming in or they got to screen people. And, how many cooks are laid off right now? Anything you can do. And in fact, like keep an eye, all of you, if you would do me the solid. If you donate during this thing, just put it in the comments where you donated and maybe even how much or how much you've donated recently, because what I'm trying to do here is get us all encouraged, While we are on that topic, the great Adam Serwer, he's a writer, he writes for The Atlantic, which is one of the very oldest magazines in the United States that's still running. It actually has only ever endorsed 3 political candidates in its entire history. One of them was Hillary Clinton, and another was Abraham Lincoln. So, and when they endorsed Hillary Clinton, I believe I think basically they've only ever endorsed candidates that are running against fascists. But so Adam Serwer, who writes for The Atlantic, said, if the Minnesota resistance has an overarching ideology, you could call it neighborism, a commitment to protecting the people around you no matter who they are or where they come from. The contrast with the philosophy guiding the Trump administration couldn't be more extreme. Vice President Vance has said, this is a direct quote, that, quote, it is totally reasonable and acceptable for American citizens to look at their next door neighbors and say, I want to live next to people I have something in common with. I don't want to live next to 4 families of strangers. Minnesotans are insisting that their neighbors are their neighbors, whether they were born in Minneapolis or Mogadishu. That is arguably a deeply Christian philosophy, one apparently loathed by some of the most powerful Christians in America. Well, there you go. All right. Songs. Oh, someone asked if I was writing. I will get to that song. I have a new song that I think bears on this, although it's not what I was trying to talk about. But this is a tune I had the great honor. Hello from the Oregon coast. Hello from St. Louis. If you're just logging on, hit share. Invite your friends to come to this little gathering. I thoroughly agree. Humans have more in common. I mean, hey, people, we share about 86% of our DNA with a banana. I've been so pissed off, particularly by J.D. Vance. He uses the phrase legacy Americans for people who have been here a long time. I cannot imagine I don't have to imagine. Every black American I know, when they hear someone like, J.D. Vance talk about legacy Americans, your average black American goes back 10 to 12 generations. They go back to the 1600s. If anyone is a legacy American, it's a black American. Of course, how did they get here? It's enough to make you roll your eyes when you think about a jackwagon like Vance using the phrase legacy American. I myself just recently said on social media, my ancestors came here the right way, crawling up out of the ocean onto land for brief stints, breathing through their skin while evolving to create a proto-lung sac. So here's a song. I got the great honor of performing being one of four performers that took part in a Randy Newman tribute show. And Randy Newman is a deep, deep, deep writer. And I sang his tune Dixie Flyer, which is an astonishment of a song. He's actually in the song as an infant, but the main protagonist of that song is his mom, whose name was Dixie. She was a Mississippi and Louisiana Jew. Very, very special kind of Jew. I am learning. But here is another song that I learned for that night, and this is called Sigmund Freud's impersonation of Albert Einstein in America. The world of science is my game. Albert Einstein is my name. I was born in Germany, and now I'm happy to be here in the land of the brave and the free. In the year of 1905, merely trying to survive, I took my knapsack in my hand and caught a train for Switzerland. America, America, God shed his grace on thee. You have whipped the Filipino, so now you rule the Western Sea. Americans dream of gypsies, I have found, of gypsy mouths and gypsy thighs that pound and pound and pound and pound and pound, and of African appendages that almost reach the ground, and little boys playing baseball in the rain. America, America, step out into the light. You are the best dream man has ever dreamed, and may all your Christmases be white. Oh, it hurts. I remember the very first time I listened to that song. And he takes that turn and says, and may all your, I was like, oh no, he's going to say it. He said it. We have someone from Costa Rica. Oh man. Hi, hello. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. And I don't know if you're an expat or if you're a Costa Rican, but either way, man, I hope that we can do better by Latin America. It's been a rough couple 3 centuries. All right. Yeah, that was a Randy Newman song. If you do want to send money to me, and again, I really would prefer that you not do it unless you are also sending more money to some organization that is supporting people on the ground. You know, people need lawyers. People need food. ICE is just full on detaining people who are brown, citizen or not, and then just throwing them out of the car near the woods somewhere. I mean, like, there's plenty of documentation of this. They are releasing people from detention centers. Once the pro bono lawyers, actually get someone released, they just release them out into the 3-degree weather with no damn coat. And so there are people showing up with coats, people showing up with food, people driving other people's children to school. What is happening in Minneapolis is the template for how to resist this. So please, please, I'm sitting here talking over this thing when what I should be doing. This is the caption that I should be saying all this over. Go to standwithminnesota.com. If you really want to send me money, send me less money later. And you can find that at paypal.me/PeterMulvey43 or my Venmo, which is Peter-Mulvey-2. But this is the main thing right there, standwithminnesota.com. Or in the comments. Also get to know each other. Also in the chat thread, get to know each other. And when you donate, for the love of God, get on their mailing list. You will feel good about hearing about the work that they are doing. If you happen to have one of those friends who's sort of a smart, well-read, centrist white dude, and they tell you, that this is performative, punch him in the nose for me, okay? Tell him to go kick rocks. Where were we? I was going to sing a song. That's right. Here's a song called Shirt. This is the only popular song I've ever written. I was going to say the most popular song. But this is the only song that even verges on popular. Wouldn't be a folk show without a lot of tuning. I have done this, I don't even know. I must have played 3,000 or 4,000 shows, which means I've played a song in front of people 150,000 times. And it is, I used to think that playing a song is like stepping into a canoe. It can go wrong right at the beginning. But it's not like anything. It is the weirdest thing. It's like, yes, there is that stepping into the canoe part of sort of, you have to gently allow your sensibility to inhabit the song. But then you open. It's sort of like building yourself a lightning rod on a canoe, except it's not lightning. It's sort of a gentle. It's not sudden. It's like you're a transducer, a channel for this thing. And Jenny Scheinman, who I've had the good fortune to have play on my record, said this really well. Like, once in a while, you get the channel wide open, and you're really making music. And she calls that the floating hand of God moment. And she said, the surest way to end a floating hand of God moment is to think to oneself, wow, I'm having a floating hand of God moment. Light a fire, burn up all you know. You've had time, you've had time, you've had time to let things go, and now you're burning letters, old letters in the snow in your backyard. How the years go rolling, you're 33. Time for the cross or the Bodhi tree. Still you'd like to cry when you skin your knee. Oh, it's hard. It's the same old friends on New Year's Eve. The same snow falls on the same old leaves, and there's the same old joy, same old hurt, same old hurt, same old corduroy shirt. My hands are literally cold. Old storm windows and the broke-tailed squirrel and the grocery lists and the skateboard girls and all your rusty brain cells, they give you a twirl. Oh no, oh no, I've got a kitchen radio, I've got coffee on, I could use a month or 2 or 3 just to lean up on. Still the open road, oh, it wants to get me gone. Off I go. It's the same old jar of car keys by the door. It's the same old scuffed up floor, the same old thirst for more until they put me in the dirt. It's the same old nights alone. It's the same old baby. When will you be coming home? Home to feel the same old joy, feel the same old hurt, same old corduroy shirt. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, we have Germany in the house, even further east than Ireland, and Garrison Avenue in Somerville. So thank you, Ralph, for donating to Frontline, and thank you, Sherry, for donating to the Law Center. Thank all of you for where you are donating to, and do share it in the threads. I can't stress enough, man, the sort of centrist, up to the smart centrist white dude TM who like critiques. I heard it put really well. It's like reactionary centrism. Well, both sides and yada yada yada. Like they look at this and they roll their eyes. You know, like I say this to be encouraging, and I really want this to be encouraging. There's a bakery maybe a half an hour from my house called the Sweet Boutique. It's in East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. And they made these cookies, beautiful frosted cookies, white frosting and a nice pink bow. And then in nice calligraphy it says, "Fuck ice." And they sold out. And they keep selling out every day. They open at 8 and they're usually sold out of that day's batch of Fuck Ice cookies by 8:20. But I dropped my kid at daycare and then I went there. And of course they were out. But they had these cookies that said, "Treasonous Witch." And so I got to the front of the line and they were like, "Yeah, we're out of the ice cookies." And I said, "Well, can I be a treasonous witch?" And, she chuckled. And I said, "Let me guess, you have been called the treasonous witch online." And she said, "Oh, yeah." And I said, you know, do you worry? Are you worry putting yourself out there? And she just looked at me and she said, no, everyone that comes in here is super nice to us. It's only online that we get any heat. Think about that for a minute, right? Like, I'm here trying to rabble rouse you to give money to the organizations that are already on the streets in Minneapolis and have been in Chicago, in Portland, in Los Angeles, you know, lawyers, lunches, crossing guards, only crossing guards watching for ICE, like all these things that take time and money. So think this through. Like, hopefully you're acting now, you're participating now. And I'm sure that you have argued with people online. I have too. But the kind of person who is going to go online and see that a given bakery is making fuck ice cookies and call them a treasonous witch, what organization are they giving to? What I don't think they are. Do you know what I mean? I think that the useless action of just bitching about something online. I mean, believe me, I'm sure that many people who do that bitching online also vote. I guess where I'm headed here is we clearly need to do more than just vote. And I'm trying to rabble rouse us all to do that. We're all trying to shore each other up. But our numbers are significant. That's another way that I would put it. You know, what are there? 3,000 ICE agents in Minneapolis? Come on. You know, there's tens and tens and tens of thousands of people resisting them. So take heart. And now, here's a song. Again, people have been asking me, are you going to write about this? Of course I'm going to write about this. The old Cork has spoken. Thankfully, the only ice we have here in Cork floats in my Jameson. Good on you, Pete. Thank you. The song is new. This is called Dodge Dakota. Stop and shop, bed and bath and beyond, and Trader Joe's. Shiny Priuses and minivans and a Dodge Dakota. Smile at the greeter. Say hi to the greeter. Skinny latte in the afternoon mix on the car stereo. Home to make supper, pile on the couch for the free trial of the HBO. Smile at your loved ones. Say hi to your loved ones. Far away in the middle of some city, it's getting wild. Here on the screen, you just enter your coupon code and choose medium or mild. We're so very lucky. We're so very lucky. So very lucky. But I'll tell you a secret. Daddy hits the other kids. Daddy hits the other kids. I'm afraid he'll hit me too. Daddy hits the other kids. Daddy hits the other kids. Sometimes I love it here. Sometimes I wish I could just go to sleep. When I was in school, they told me a story, and it was pretty good. Once to get family portraits, we had to drive through a shitty neighborhood. Smile for the camera. Smile for the camera. Smile for the camera. Smile for the camera. There, that's new. That's called Dodge Dakota. It hits different, now. But honestly, I wrote that song maybe a year ago, a year and a half ago, and what I was trying to make sense of was 2014. I had a family member, a sweet lady, a grandma, voted Democrat her whole life. And she said, I don't know what those crazy people are doing in Ferguson. And I remember just thinking, yeah, we're all pretty damn innocent if we want to try to be that way. My God. Anyway, right, so that was called Dodge Dakota. I'll probably put that up. We're here at, coming up on 200 people. So one last reminder, if you want to share this, I'll be on for about another 20 minutes. My kid will be up. Hey, Paula Guerin. My kid will be up at 3, and then hopefully I can convince him to go bowling. That's always real good. Put the bumpers up. For me, not for him. He's real good at it, but I need the bumpers. Anyway, what we are doing here is going to standwithminnesota.com, or any of the organizations that you've seen people posting in the chat. And please post more if there's something you've given to. As well, and I really mean this, if you love my music, and I would imagine out of these, couple hundred people, maybe one or two of you actually first saw me at a place called Canal Street Tavern in Dayton, Ohio, one of the great venues. And my roots in that community go real deep. Like I played that room 40 times over my lifetime, and recorded with, the members of that band, Shrug, sort of the local iconic band. And every member of Shrug is in like 6 other bands in that town. And now they're diasporic. Todd, the main writer, lives in California now, and Eric now lives in Louisville, Kentucky. But I go way back in that community. And just up the road from you is Springfield. And there are 10,000 Haitians working, living and working. The mayor of Springfield has said loudly that this has been a revitalization for Springfield, Ohio. They are under temporary protected status because of the earthquake and then the assassination of the president of Haiti. They cannot be deported as long as they, work. At midnight on Tuesday, their status is being suspended by the Trump administration. And what will follow, I would imagine, starting at midnight, is essentially a pogrom. And so, St. Vincent de Paul, between now and Tuesday, if you live in Dayton, just drive over to St. Vincent de Paul. The woman there who runs the place is doing a great job. And it's all the same stuff. It's coats. It's getting kids who were born here passports. They're bracing for this. So, one by one, our communities are going to be targeted. And and we're going to need to learn from Minneapolis. Holy shit, this is bleak. So I want to sing you perhaps the most joyful song that I have written in my entire life. I wrote it while walking my dog. Everyone in my house knows this song by heart. This song is called Everybody Loves Mabel. This Mabel dog, she's such a good dog. This Mabel dog, she's such a good dog. This Mabel dog, she's such a good, good dog. This dog is such a good dog. She's a-going for a walk. She's such a good dog. She's sniffing all the things. She's such a good dog. She's getting all the foods. She's such a good, good dog. This dog is such a good dog. Everybody loves a Mabel. Everybody loves a Mabel. Everybody loves a Mabel. She's a Mabel dog. Everybody loves a Mabel. Everybody loves a Mabel. Everybody loves a Mabel. She's a Mabel dog. Everybody loves a Mabel. Everybody loves a Mabel. Everybody loves a Mabel. He's a Mabel dog. Everybody loves a Mabel. Everybody loves a Mabel. Everybody loves a Mabel. She's a Mabel dog. This Mabel dog, she's such a good dog. This Mabel dog, she's such a good dog. This Mabel dog, she's such a good, good dog. This dog is such a good. This dog is such a good. This dog is such a good. There. That's the most plainly joyful song I got in my whole damn arsenal. Someone asked for Lila Blue. I don't know it. I'll sing it. This is a song I wrote called Lila Blue. God. I don't know this song at all. My hands keep wanting to play. Lila Blue, Lila Blue. Oh, my whole life I've been only chasing after you. Oh, my Lila Blue. I trailed you through the market square. There we go. City smoke, oh, and daisy chains all through your hair. I never found you there. Oh, that's right. My Lila Blue, I'd follow you almost anywhere. That's right, I wrote this tune with Timmy Guerin. How much love I gonna make you stay? Take that summer dress, you go and hang it on these lazy days. On these lazy days. Rise and shine, you are the wine, you're that Gershwin tune, you're the one that gets me, oh you get me, oh you get me every time, you get me every time. It's down to you, my Lila Blue, oh and that suits me fine. I wrote this tune with my buddy Timothy Guerin, and when we recorded it, Lou Ulrich played bass on this, and our good friend Ian Kennedy mastered the record, and they're both gone now, and I think of them all the time. I especially think of them because Lou's bass line was boom, boom, boo, dum, ba-dum, boom. He came up with this wild, just bouncy, pure Lou bass line. And then all of a sudden, because of that bass line, someone in the studio went, in the summertime, now I can't unhear it every time I play this. Rise and shine, you are the wine, you're that Gershwin tune, you're the one that gets me every time. You get me every time. Coming through loud and clear, I think I love you most the moment that you disappear. How you disappear. It's down to you, my Lila Blue. You are what's true, my Lila Blue. Oh, my Lila Blue. Oh my God, I am so rusty. Thank you for listening. Oh my God, my people out here saying, God, I love that bass line. Someone also said, I donated to Indigenous Roots. People, ICE has full on already, and there's documentation of them full on already abducting 3 Native Americans. Like, oh my God. When I listen to people say, oh, my ancestors came here the right way. Like, people, my ancestors came here the right way. We fled a semi-intentional starvation genocide campaign on the island of Ireland and came over here to America. And during that time, our head of state, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, which just owned Ireland at the time, said that the Irish are pernicious in that they are apes like the rest of our colonial subjects, but apes that resemble white people. So, like, what fucking ninja angle were my great-grandfathers insulted from? And then they came here and, like, whoo, all of a sudden they're white. I want people to, there are quite a few among us, living among us here in this country, that actually get to say, my ancestors came here the right way, across a land bridge during an ice age, 12,000, 15,000 years ago. All right, keep your chins up, keep your spirits up, and God, I thank you, everyone who is saying, this is great, that they are donating, I am glad. Please just keep sharing the organizations that you donated to. Get on their mailing lists. You know, like Joan Baez is the person who said that action is the antidote to despair. And, you know, Joan Baez is very Joan Baez-y, and I revere her while not being necessarily knocked over by the aesthetics of her work across time. But we're in that. That should be the very last thing that holds you back. I get the sense that there are a lot of musicians and a lot of people that think that it's uncool to stand up like this. Let me give you an example from my own life, and then I'm going to sing one last song and go because I got to take my kid bowling. But I was playing just one of these Unitarian church gigs that are kind of, I do 5 or 6 of them a year here in New England. And, you know, the whole crowd is 10, 15 years older than me. And the sound man is a volunteer and he doesn't know how to run sound. And the lady gets up to introduce me and she's giving a very sort of, you know, Unitarian church basement introduction. And none of it's cool, you know? And I like to at least try to be cool now and again, this scarf notwithstanding, you know, my absolute nerdiness notwithstanding, you know, and I know that I am lucky to be there. I'm making decent money. I'm paying the bills, paying a mortgage, sending my kid to daycare. So I'm not complaining, but I'm like, this is very Unitarian church basement. And then after the gig, the lady mentions to me, because we get talking about what's going on, and she's like, yeah, my sister was one of the first martyrs of Cesar Chavez. She was one of the first white people killed in his agrarian movement. And I was like, that's right. There it is. Like, so many of us are held back from joining in movements like this because it feels vaguely corny or preachy to become a part of it. And I would ask you to set that aside. You know, that's what I got for you. All right. All the love in the world. I'm going to sing one last tune. And it's by this is by my friend Tim Guerin, and it's about launching a kid into this world. There were clouds in the morning, broken with light. You had music for breakfast, and then you ate every bite. There was a song we used to sing. It's a hard world. It's a hard world. It's a hard world for little things. Down on the level, seeds in the grass. Down on the pavement, gravel and glass. Raised in a nest of paper and string. It's a hard world. It's a hard world. It's a hard world for little things. Mud in your eye, blood on the moon. Well, I remember November came back too soon. You wonder what days like tomorrow might bring. It's a hard world. It's a hard world. It's a hard world for little things. So there was love in the morning, broken with light. You had music for breakfast, then you flew out of sight. There was a song we used to sing, and I remember the sun shining off of your wings. Oh, we wonder what days like tomorrow might bring. It's a hard world for little things. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I got to go bowling. Let me leave you with this, which is the last couple paragraphs of that Adam Serwer article. By the way, this is another thing that you can, and I would ask you to do. Subscribe to good journalism. Find the Substacks. Subscribe to Timothy Snyder, to Heather Cox Richardson. Rebecca Solnit is writing a newsletter called Meditations in an Emergency. She's spectacular. And The Atlantic magazine is doing really good work right now. Just find someone who's doing good work and subscribe. You know, factual reporting, on-the-ground reporting. Adam Serwer went to Minneapolis to write this article, and his article ends, "The secret fear of the morally depraved is that virtue is actually common, and that they're the ones who are alone. In Minnesota, all of the ideological cornerstones of the MAGA movement have been proven false at once. Minnesotans, not the armed thugs of ICE and the Border Patrol, are brave. Minnesotans have shown that their community is socially cohesive because of its diversity and not in spite of it. Minnesotans have found and loved one another in a world atomized by social media, where empty men have tried to fill their lonely souls with lies about their own inherent superiority. Minnesotans have preserved everything worthwhile about, quote, Western civilization, while armed brutes try to tear it down by force. No matter how many more armed men Trump sends to impose his will on the people of Minnesota, all he can do is accentuate their valor. No application of armed violence can make the men with guns as heroic as the people who choose to stand in their path with empty hands in defense of their neighbors. These agents and the president who sent them are no one's heroes, no one's saviors, just men with guns who have to hide their faces to shoot a mom in the face and a nurse in the back." All right. Thank you. And thank you all. I'm going to just, I'm going to briefly return to the caption that says, like, after you have sent money to any organization that is helping people that are desperate, then send some money to me, Peter-Mulvey-2. Think of it as a tip scale. Give them to them till it hurts, and then grudgingly give me a 20% tip. PayPal.me-PeterMulvey43 or Venmo, Peter-Mulvey-3, or go to my goddamn web store. I've got hats. Just buy a damn hat. I have these hats. They got the circus bear on them. My kid took like 9 of these out of the box and stacked them on top of his head. I would have put it up online to sell hats, but I don't put pictures of my kid on the internet. So yeah, if you want, send me some money. But honestly, the main thing, and I was so heartened to see a couple of hundred of you here and to see you in the chat. I'm going to leave this up and running so that you guys can scroll over the chat. And if there are organizations that get tagged there or actions, get to know each other and sign up on their mailing lists, all of this stuff. And right. All right. Oh, damn. So I started this with Lift Every Voice, which is the Negro national anthem. And I want to close. This is Black History Month. And I want to close with when I was falling in love with my wife, she sent me this poem by Langston Hughes. And man, pitter pat. This is called April Rain Song. Let the rain kiss you. Let the rain beat upon your head with silver liquid drops. Let the rain sing you a lullaby. The rain makes still pools on the sidewalk. The rain makes running pools in the gutter. The rain plays a little sleep song on our roof at night, and I love the rain.